You think you've ridden adventure before? Think again. The 2026 Yamaha DT350R isn't here to follow trends. It's here to rewrite the rules. Not with overwhelming horsepower or dizzying electronics, but with something far rarer in today's motorcycle world: pure, unfiltered riding joy. This is Acer Rider. And this is a machine that doesn't just ask where to next. It demands it. Right from the first moment you lay your eyes on it, the DT350R feels different. The stance is purposeful. Tall, lean, and confident. The proportions are balanced, not bloated. It doesn't wear excess plastic or flashy add-ons. Instead, every line, every angle, every curve looks intentional. Not for style, for function. A motorcycle that's meant to be ridden, not displayed. Climb onto the seat and that first impression deepens. The seat height is commanding, yet approachable. Your feet reach the ground with confidence, not struggle. The bike feels light underneath you, more agile than intimidating. The handlebars fall comfortably into your hands. Your posture is upright and relaxed, ready for both city traffic and country roads. This isn't a bike that makes you adjust to it. It adjusts to you. When you press the starter, the DT350R awakens, with a tone that's both muscular and composed. Its 350 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine doesn't roar. It communicates. There's torque right where you need it. Low in the rev range for traffic and technical sections, smooth mid-range sweep for highway cruising, and enough punch to carry you confidently on trails and back roads. Think of it like this. You don't ride over the road. You ride with it. The throttle response is sharp but predictable. Not jumpy, not aggressive, just smooth. A throttle that listens to your intents and delivers exactly what you ask for. Every twist feels purposeful. Every acceleration feels connected. The 6-speed transmission complements this perfectly. Smaller ratios help you crawl over rough terrain or through slow city traffic without stress. Taller ratios settle comfortably on faster roads, reducing fatigue and keeping the engine relaxed. The clutch engages smoothly, forgiving enough for beginners, responsive enough for experienced riders. And that's the brilliance of the DT350R. It rides like a bike twice its size, but never feels twice as daunting. In everyday city riding, this machine is unexpectedly confident. Lightweight and agile geometry keep traffic stress low. Narrow streets, tight turns, sudden stops. None of it feels threatening. The bike moves where you want it to go, almost like it anticipates your intentions. Parking feels effortless. U-turns feel stable. Slow speeds feel calm and controlled. This is the dual-purpose magic. On open roads, the DT350R settles into a smooth rhythm. This isn't a machine built to chase speed records, but it feels capable when the terrain opens up. The engine hums confidently, and the bike remains composed in longer stretches. You begin to realize something rare: a motorcycle that feels as natural on a Sunday cruise as it does on a weekday commute. Lean into a sweeping corner and it responds predictably. Not nervously, not aggressively, just honestly. It doesn't fight back, it doesn't resist, it communicates. Corrections feel natural. Confidence builds. This is how a motorcycle should ride. Yet the moment you tag the edge of pavement and let the terrain get rough, the DT350R truly reveals its dual-purpose DNA. Loose gravel, dirt trails, uneven ground. The long travel suspension absorbs imperfections with calm precision. The frame feels balanced, composed, and surprisingly forgiving on changing surfaces. You're not wrestling the machine. You're guiding it. Standing on the pegs feels intuitive. Weight shifts are effortless. The bike doesn't hesitate. It flows. This is where adventure begins. Comfort surprises many riders. The seat is supportive without being too soft. The upright posture reduces strain on wrists and shoulders. Your back stays relaxed, even after hours on the road or trail. This doesn't feel like a bike that tires you out. It feels like one that encourages you to ride longer, explore further, and push a little deeper. Fuel efficiency is another major advantage. The 350 cubic centimeters engine sips fuel smartly and consistently. Long stretches between fill-ups become normal. This means less planning and more doing. Detours become tempting. Side roads become destinations. The motorcycle ceases to be a machine and becomes a path to freedom. But let's be honest, no bike is without its trade-offs. The DT350R doesn't come with every modern gadget you see on bigger adventure twins. No elaborate traction control modes, no heated grips by default, no massive TFT touchscreens. Some riders might see that as a downside. But here's the twist. For many riders, that's actually the advantage. Because this motorcycle doesn't distract you, it connects you. You're not managing screens, you're mastering terrain. You're not navigating modes, you're riding. The digital display is simple and clear. Speed, fuel level, gear position, and trip data. Everything you need, nothing you don't. This focus keeps your eyes on the road, your mind in the moment, and your body feeling in tune with the machine. Braking performance is smooth and predictable. The front and rear brakes deliver balanced stopping power. On pavement or loose surfaces, they feel composed, they feel confident, and they feel reliable. An essential trait for any bike meant to handle varied terrain. Here's where it gets surprising. Despite its modest displacement, the DT350R doesn't feel limited. It feels capable. Not once does it feel out of place. Not once does it feel like it's holding you back. This is rare for a mid-weight dual sport. It's a bike that makes you think less about what it can't do and more about what it can. And that shift in thinking, from limitation to possibility, is what makes the DT350R truly special. Over time, this bike becomes more than a machine. It becomes a teacher. It teaches balance, throttle control, terrain awareness, momentum, confidence. It doesn't hide complexity behind electronics. It reveals skill through experience. For a new rider, this motorcycle builds confidence quickly. For a returning rider, it rekindles joy. For an experienced rider, it refines feel. It grows with you. Not heavy-handed, not overwhelming, just steady, honest, capable. Picture this. You wake early, coffee in hand, morning fog still hugging the ground. You fire up the DT350R. The engine warms, not loud, not divisive, just ready. You ride out of town, then up into the hills. Gravel turns to dirt, dirt turns to unknown. Tires track with confidence. Suspension absorbs unpredictability. You're not lost. You're exploring. Every kilometer feels intentional. Every turn feels purposeful. Every horizon feels reachable. By the time you return, dusk settling in, you're not tired. You're grinning. Because this bike didn't just move you, it made you feel alive. That's the 2026 Yamaha DT350R. Not the biggest, not the flashiest, but one of the most engaging machines you'll ride. A motorcycle that doesn't just ask where to next, but makes you want to find out. Disclaimer: some features, performance details, and interpretations in this script are generated or assisted by A1. Based on historical model references, motorcycle industry trends, and expected motorcycle design direction, they may not reflect final official specifications released by Yamaha.